Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing great. And in today's video, we are going to discuss April 2025 paper 2. The first question here says to you, on Wednesday, Carlos takes 16 minutes to cycle home from work. On Thursday, he does the same journey, but at half the speed. Work out how many minutes his journey takes on Thursday. It's just a common sense. If you are going somewhere with half the speed, which means that you're slowing it down, which means that you're going to take more time. So less speed, more time makes sense. So it is going to be doubled instead of half because it's half the speed. So we're going to double the time, 32 minutes. So 16 times 2, which is 32 minutes. Calculate square root of 7 times square root of 28. We're going to get the calculator and we're going to multiply 7 by 28. So it is square root of 7 multiply by, you must get out of the root first, then multiply by square root of 28 equals 14. Jamila thinks of a number n. She adds 7 to the number, so n plus 7. Then she squares the result. Write down an algebraic expression, so n plus 7 all squared. Here is a prism made from 5 identical cubes. Draw a ring around the number of planes of symmetry this prism has. So if you notice over here, you're going to find that we can split the shape from this direction and going all the way down. This is one plane of symmetry. You can also split it this direction going all the way down. So this is going to give you two planes of symmetry exactly. This direction or this direction. Going all the way down definitely. And this goes even further than that. All right. So two planes of symmetry. They want you to calculate the volume of this cylinder. So we got the volume of the cylinder is actually area of cross section, which is the circle, area of the circle, which is pi r squared multiplied by height. So pi times r squared, which is 4.1 squared, times height, which is 6.5. Using the calculator for this, it's going to give you exactly 343.3. As we agreed before, you're going to round it to one decimal place. Here, they're saying here is a function machine. The input, you cube it, then you add 2, gives you the output. So cube 4, which is 64, add 2 is going to give you 66. But I have here the 29 and I want to go backwards. So we're going to move with the inverse operations. 29 minus 2, which is 27. 27, get the cube root, which is 3. Here they want you to complete this table. They're saying children aged 10 to 17. Well, if you notice over here, they said to you that children aged under 10 is this striped square. And they got children aged 10 to 17 is this gray, dark gray. And the light gray is the adults. Good. So they're telling you here they want children aged 10 to 17 for meat and for vegetarian. Age 10 to 17 is which one? Is this dark gray? This one and this one as well. All right. For meat, we got from 2, the covering from 2 until 9. So from 2 to 9, they are 7. So I'm going to write over here 7. While for vegetarian, you're going to find it is from here, which is actually 5, until here, which is actually, you're going to find this is 3. I'm sorry. This is 3 until 6, which is just 3. So from 3, 6 is 3. Here for the adults is the light gray. So the adults, you're going to find that it is from 9, here it is, until 12. So it is 3. From 9 to 12 is 3 for the meat. Sorry, guys, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. All right, but for the adult vegetarian, you're gonna find here it is from, what's this number? You're gonna find that it is 6 until this number, which is actually 11. So from 6 to 11 is 5. All right, just a second. I'm gonna need to drink water. Sorry, because most probably you're gonna find this in the video. I will have no time to edit. I'm really sorry about this. All right, here is a graph showing the exchange rate between US dollars and Chinese yuan. The coordinate 100 and 720 is marked on the graph. So they're telling you that 100 US is equal to 720, the Chinese yuan. They want per dollar. So per dollar, I'm going to divide here by 100, and I'm going to divide here also by 100, which is going to give you which is going to give you exactly 7.20. So 7.20 is yuan per dollar. I divided by 100, I divided by 100, so it gave me exactly 7.20. A line has the equation 4y equals 5x plus 16. They want you to find the coordinates of the y-intercept of this line. So to find the y-intercept, first I need to do what? I need to make y the subject. So y equals 5x plus 16. But all is over 4. We know that the gradient is 5 over 4. And we know that the y-intercept is 16 over 4. 16 over 4, which is 4. So the y-intercept is 4. Good? 16 over 4, which is 4. But Mister, we know that this y-intercept means actually the y-coordinate, which is 4 here. And we know that the x-coordinate, we know that the line crosses the y-axis when x is always 0. So the coordinate is 0, 4. Okay? Because we know that the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. The line crosses the y-axis always when x is 0. But what about the y-coordinate? The y-coordinate, it's 4. It's going to cross the y-axis at 4. Here they're telling you that the key, this one, for to solve question 1, it is 34, while to solve question 2, it is actually 36. So they are telling you that the stem is here the tens. So let's complete the data. For 3, I have 34 only. So I'm going to write here 4. And for 4, I have 41, and I have 41 again, and I got 46 and 47. You got here 5, which is 50 for 50 and for 51. Complete the back-to-back stem and leaf diagram. Complete the table. So they're saying to you about the median. Question 1, the median is 46, while question 2, the median is what? You can do it in 2 ways. The first way, cross the smallest with the largest, then smallest with the largest, then smallest with the largest. You're going to find that the number that is in the middle is 43. So you can say over here, the median is 43. Or you can say that I go here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 numbers, but I plus 1 divided by 2, which gives you 8 divided by 2, 4. So it is the fourth number. Here is the first, here is the second, here is the third, here is the fourth. So the fourth number is the 43. So median is also 43. We want the mode. The mode is the most repeated number. You're going to find that the most repeated number here is 36. Eva says the times students take to solve a question one are less consistent than the times the students take to solve a question two. Well, how can I compare consistency? We agreed before that you can compare with the range, you can compare the variation if something is less variable or more variable. You can also compare the what else is there? The consistency. So if something varies, if the range is bigger, then it varies more and it's less consistent. While if the range is smaller, then it varies less and it is more consistent. Okay? So if the range is bigger, the variation is more, the consistency is less. So that's why they're saying it to you, show that she is incorrect. The range for question one is lower. Look at that there. Question one, the range is lower than in question two, than for question two. A regular polygon has 10 sides. Calculate one interior angle. So n minus 2 times 180 over n. It is a decagon, so 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2, which is what? 8 times 180 over n, which is 10. You're going to find you're going to find that 8 times 180 is 1,440 divided by 10 is going to give you 144 degrees. A number n rounded corrected to the nearest 10 is 380. Complete the inequality to show the bounds for n. Well, it is rounded to the nearest 10. The upper bound, you plus 5 to it, while the lower bound, you minus 5 from it. The upper bound is going to become 385, adding 5, and it's already written. The lower bound minus 5, so it's going to become 375. The mass of a baby is 3.62 kilograms, corrected to two decimal places. Two decimal places. So if you want to the upper bound, you add 0.005, while if you want to the lower bound, you minus 0.005. So here they wanted the upper bound. So add to it 0.005, it is going to become 3.625. In a sports club, the ratio of adults to children is 11 to 6. There are 750 more adults than children in the sports club. Calculate the number of children in the sports club in total. Okay, so the number of children, not the total is they want just the number of children, not the number of adults. Good. So they said here that adults to children is 11 to 6. But I don't know any other information. I know that the difference between them is 750, right? So I'm going to say that this is 11x, this is 6x. And the difference between them, which means 11x minus 6x, is actually 750. So 11x minus 6x is 5x equals 750. This way, you're going to find out that x equals what? 150. So you're going to find that 750 divided by 5 equals 150. So now I found out that x is 150. Yes, but what is a? A is 11 times 150. So for adults is 11x, which is 11 times 150, which is, you're going to find over here, 1650. But we don't want the adults. We want the children. So children is equal to 6x. So it is 6 multiplied by 150, which is going to give you exactly 900 children. M is the midpoint of the line AB. So let's imagine the line AB. They say that M is the midpoint and it is actually 5, 8. They're saying to you, Pierre writes some statements about possible coordinates of A and B. Tick to show if each of the statements could be correct or is not correct. A is the point -2, 8, and B, so let's write this, -2 and 8, and B is the point 12 and 8. Could this be correct? Let's do it. If I want to find the midpoint, I need to add the two x's and then divide by 2. So -2 plus 12 is what? -2 plus 12 is going to give you exactly 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Well, the x is correct. Let's check about the y. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So this could be correct. A is the point -2, 4, and B is the point 8, 12. Let's do it. -2 plus 8 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Oh, no, mister. Here, the midpoint of these two endpoints must start with x, 3. Because -2 plus 8 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So definitely, mister, it's not going to be correct without even continuing. If you want to continue, fine. 4 plus 12 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Yes, the 8 is correct. The y coordinate is correct, but the x coordinate is not correct. So no, it cannot be correct. A painting costs $17,400. The painting increases in value by 4% each year. The calculation to find the value of this painting after 5 years is 17,400 times x to the power of 5, because it's after 5 years, so it is to the power of 5. We all should know that here they wanted the multiplier. So the multiplier over here increases 4%, so it is going to be 104%. 104%, which is actually 1.04. The multiplier is 1.04. So it is 17,400 multiplied by 1.04. That's for only 1 year. But if you want for 5 years, so it's to the power of 5. But here, x is the only thing that is missing. So it is 1.04. The multiplier is 1.04. If x increases here, y increases. Yes, definitely. 1 plus 3 is 4, but if you make it 2 plus 3 is going to be 5. Definitely, yes. Here also, if you multiply 5 by 2 is 10, but if you multiply by 3 is 15. If you multiply by 4 is 20. So yes, x increases, v increases. Here, if x increases, w increases as well? No way. 50 minus 10 is 40. But if x increases, 50 minus 20 is 30. The w decreases, so it is false. Here, if the x increases, like 10 divided by 5 is 2. But if I say here 20 divided by 5 is 4, well, increases and increases. So yes, x increases, z increases. They're saying to you over here that letter E, the probability of letter E is actually double. It is there. They're saying to you there are twice as many of the letter E in the book as there are of the letter I. So letter E is twice letter I. Letter I is 0.07. So letter E equals 0.07 times 2. They said to you that it's as twice. So it's going to be what? 0.14. So this is E. Okay. And they wanted the consonant is going to be what? Mister, I know that all of them should add up to 1. So it is going to be what? The consonant equals 1 minus, I'm going to add them all up. It's paper 2, so 0.06 plus 0.14 plus 0.07 plus 0.1 plus 0.04 equals 0.41. So you're going to find on the calculator or mentally that this is 0.59. So the consonants, the probability of Hassan picking a letter from the book that is a consonant is 0.59. Solve the inequality. I'm going to send the small x to the big X first. So 11x minus 6x is greater than 32. So here is going to give you 5x is greater than 32. So x is greater than divided by 5 is going to give you exactly 6.4. So right here, x is greater than 6.4. Don't write, never write x equals 6.4. It's wrong. Don't write just a 6.4. It's x greater than 6.4. So let me erase this. Let's continue. The saying to you here that ABCD is enlarged by scale factor to center 5, 7. So I need first to find the center. They said to you 5, 7, which is here. Then the saying to you to enlarge the shape. So to enlarge it, I need first to go from the center until the nearest point. So it is 1, 2, 3 down, 1 left, 3 down, 1 left, right? So let me write this here. It is 3 down, 1 left from center. Yes, mister, but they want scale factor 2. So I'm going to double it. 6 down, 2 left. 6 down and 2 left. So I'm going to move from the center. Don't move from the B. You move from the center. Instead of 3 down, 1 left to reach B. No, no, no. I'm going to move 6 down, 2 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 2 left. It is going to become here. So B is going to be here. Let me just draw it. B, we agreed, is going to be here. B dash. All right, what about C? Or let's do actually from B to A. From B to A, it is 1, 2, 3 squares, but we're going to make them 6. So I'm going to draw over here 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here you go. And from A to D is actually 3 down, 1 right, but we're going to double it. So it's going to be 6 down, 2 right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2 right. So here you go. And we're going to call this what? What are you going to name it? We agreed this is going to be A dash, and this is going to be D dash. We have C missing. C from D, it's 1 right, 2 up. So we're going to double it because scale factor 2. So it's going to be 2 right, 4 up. 2 right, 4 up. And this is going to be C. Connected to B, the last thing. We agreed this is going to be C dash. All right. You're going to find it down there that there is a table, but unfortunately, if I go down, the shape is going to move with me. Fine, we're going to get back. They're saying it to you here, positive and negative. Positive x, negative y. Which letter? Which vertex? Positive x, negative y. I'm going to go back. Positive x, negative y. It is this one, C dash, right? So C, you're going to find that it has a positive x coordinate and a negative y coordinate. So it is C. I'm going to go down there and write C. So here it is C dash. Well, now it's going to be messed up because the C letter is going to move with me. Okay. Just a second. Let me erase this. Here we go. Oh, didn't move actually. So it is C dash. All right. Now let's go back to The x coordinate is negative, the y coordinate is positive. X is positive, y is negative. So you're going to find over here the a dash negative x positive y. Negative x positive y is a. Negative x positive y. Negative x is here, positive y is here. This is a dash. And the last one, negative x negative y is d. It has, look at this, d, negative x coordinate, negative y coordinate. It's going to be easier to see that on your paper. And actually, it could have been also easier if I zoomed out. But anyway, not a problem. Next, here they are asking you about the bearing. So they're saying to you that the bearing, I'm going to have to open the application here for question 20. The map shows the positions of a shop S. Let's go here. Here you go. And here's the rest of the question. That's it. A restaurant R is on the bearing of 135 from the shop. So from the shop, which is this one. From means I'm going to start from the shop north, but then clockwise 135 degrees. So we agree that the bearing is always what? Measured clockwise. So 135 degrees clockwise, I'm going to get my protractor. I'm going to get here my protractor. And then I start measuring clockwise from the north, the zero, which is the number that is outside, until I reach 135. 135, which is this one over here. I'm going to just draw an arrow for technical reasons. I'm going to remove it now. It is here. So I draw my line, but let me first erase my arrow. Here we go. So it is from here. This is 135. They didn't tell you a specific actually length for that, but we're going to use, there is something that we're going to use in a minute. So I know now that this is 135 degrees. This is the bearing from the shop, 135 degrees. But they told you that from P, the distance is 175 meters from the pond. So from the pond, it's 175 meters. What is 175 meters in centimeters? Because this is scale drawing. So it is 175 divided by, and they said 50 meters, which is going to give you exactly what using the calculator. If you use the calculator, 100, I guess 3.5. Yes, 3.5 exactly. Getting back to the application over here. So I know that this is 3.5 centimeters from P. Yes, mister, but from P, there might be more than one possible value or possible location that is 3.5 centimeters away from P. Yes, that's why we're going to use the compasses. And you're going to open it. How many centimeters? I wanted for 3.5 centimeters as we agreed. So 3.5 centimeters. I'm going to open it 3.5 centimeters. Here I go. Here you go. And here, actually, we agreed that this is going to be on a ruler. Okay, so 3.5 on a ruler. You need to draw the arc this way. So here is the position. So these are the two possible locations. So the two possible locations for the restaurant is this and this. Both of them are, you're going to find out that both of them are exactly 3.5 centimeters away from From the, look at this, 3.5, and even the other one over here, you're going to find also from the pond, they are both 3.5 centimeters away. All right, next question. This means x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. So first by first is x squared. First by second is 3x. Then second by first, which is 3x as well. Second by second, which is 9. So it is x squared plus 6x plus 9. They wanted the area of the shaded face. I have the length, but do you have the width? No, we don't. So what are we going to do? I'm going to need here to do 51 times something. How can I find this? You must use the Pythagoras theorem. So c squared equals a squared because it's the hypotenuse. It is opposite to the right angle, plus b squared. C squared, or c only, equals the square root of a squared, which is 30 squared. 30 squared is actually 900. I just did 30 squared mentally, plus b squared, 16 squared. I have no idea. I'm gonna need to use my calculator to find c. So let's use the calculator. Here you go. I'm going to use the root of 900 plus 16 squared equals 34 exactly. So this side is 34. This side is 34. To find the area of the shaded face, it is 51 times 34. So 51 times 34 equals 51 times 34, 1,734. Now, I found the length of this side. I multiplied it by 51. It gave me 1,734 centimeters squared. This one, so let's solve it. To solve this, I need to get the x into the numerator, the other side, and the 5, you swap it and you get it down over here. So it is 27 over 5 equals 4x minus 3. Good? All right. You can actually also multiply the 5. We could have actually left the 5 over there. So we could say that it is 27 equals 5 multiplied by 4x minus 3. Sending the denominator over there, and instead of division, multiplication. So 27 equals 20x minus 15. So here 20x equals the 27 plus 15. So I'm going to send the negative 15 to the other side plus 15. So it's going to give you exactly 42. So x equals 42 over 20. So what is 42 over 20? You're going to open the calculator and do 42 over 20 or divided by 20. It's 2.1. So x is 2.1. Anastasia thinks of two numbers, t and y. She's saying that t minus y is 1/3 of t plus y. They want you to write t in terms of y. So I must do here t minus y equals expand. So 1/3 of t plus y, plus 1/3 of y. Expanding here also. 1/3 of y. Let's continue. I'm going to send the 1/3 of t to the other side, but negative. So t minus 1/3 of t equals. Here I'm going to send the negative y over there, positive y. So y plus 1/3 of y. All right. What is 1t minus 1/3 of t? As if you're saying 1 minus 1/3. What is 1 minus 1/3? It is 3 over 3 minus 1 over 3, which is 2/3, right? So 1 minus 1/3, as if 3/3 minus 1/3. So here, 1 minus 1/3, we agreed is going to be 2 over 3. T equals y plus 1/3 of y. All right, let's simplify this. You can say here, 1y plus 1/3 of y, which means 1 plus 1/3. which is what? 1 1/3. Or if you want to make it into an improper fraction, it's going to be 4 over 3. But let's keep it this way. So 1 1/3 of y. Now I need only t. So I'm going to send the 2 over 3. And instead of multiplication, you send it there division. Or actually, because it's divided by 2 over 3, keep change flip. So it is times 3 over 2. So I'm going to send the 2 over 3 there times 3 over 2. So t equals 1 and 1 over 3 multiplied by 3 over 2. Now we're going to need to change this into an improper fraction. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4 over 3 y, but times what? Times 3 over 2 agreed. I'm going to send the 2 over 3 there. Divided 2 over 3, which is multiplied, keep change flip, multiplied by 3 over 2. This will be simplified with this, and this will be divided by 2 is 1. This will be divided by 2 is 2. So t equals 2y. If we look closer, I'm not sure actually, but I don't know why I feel like I could have answered this in a shorter and simpler way. So after the video, I'm also going to pay a closer attention to that because I feel like there is a shortcut to this. But anyway, here, if you just do t minus y equals 1/3 of t plus y, you expand or you send this over there, and instead of 1 over 3, we could have done actually this in a simpler way, yes. Here in question 24, they're saying to you that Anastasia thinks of two numbers, t and y. T minus y is a third of t plus y. So t minus y is a third of t plus y. They want you to write t in terms of y. So they want t alone on the left side. All right, not a problem. So I must get the t's together on the left side. So the first thing that I'm going to get rid of actually is the 1/3 here. And instead of multiplying it by 1/3 here, I'm going to send it over there multiplied by 3 over 1, right? Or if you say I'm going to divide by 1 over 3, keep change flip, you're going to multiply by 3 over 1, which is just multiplying by 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get rid of the third, and I'm going to send it to the other side multiplied by 3 over 1, which is just 3. So here I'm going to say 3t minus y equals t plus y, which is 3 times t, 3t, minus 3y equals t plus y. Send the t to the other side with negative t, so 3t minus t, 2t equals y plus 3y. I'm going to send the negative 3y to the other side plus 3y, so equals 4y. So t equals what? Send the 2 to the other side, division, 2y. So t equals 2y. All what I had to do is just to write the equation in the beginning correctly. T minus y is equal to 1/3 of t plus y. Solve the equation normally. That 1/3 is going to be sent to the other side times 3. Or if you wanted to send it, divide by 1 over 3, keep change flip, multiply by 3 over 1. So just send it over there, multiply by 3. 3t minus 3y equals t plus y. Collect like terms. You're going to reach t equals 2y. The last question. They wanted the parameter of this whole shape. So let's agree the parameter is the outline of the shape. So I'm going to divide my shape into three parts. Here is the first part, and I'm going to to trace it with a blue pen. I wanted the length of this. So the parameter of this is actually what? I know, mister, that the circumference is pi d, but that's for a full circle. A full circle, a semicircle is pi d over 2. Good. Mister, we used to plus d at the end. Yeah, but that's if it was part of the outline of the shape. But the diameter here is not part of the outline of the shape. So it's only pi d over 2, where d is 20, right? So d is 20. So it is pi times 20, which is 20 pi over 2, which is actually 10 pi. 10 pi is what? This blue arc. All right, I'm still going to need, I still need this, the red arc, this big arc. Let's do it. It is also a semicircle, so I'm going to do the same thing. It's pi d over 2. Oh, mister, the semicircle, the diameter, the circumference of it is pi d over 2 plus d. Well, if the diameter is part of the outline, but we don't have the outline over here. It's not, the diameter is not part of the outline. So it's just pi d over 2. But the diameter of the big circle, the big semicircle here is what? The big semicircle has diameter of 28. The diameter is 28. So I'm going to say 28 pi. Pi times 28 is 28 pi over 2, which is just 14 pi. And this is the parameter of the red semicircle here. This is the blue semicircle. Is that it? No, this is not the whole outline of the circle, of the shape. There is still, we still have here this green part, which is just 8. I'm going to need to add the three of them up. The blue, the length of the blue, which is, let me now get black. The length of the blue, which is 10 pi, plus the length of the red, which is 14 pi, plus the length of this line to finish the outline of the whole shape, which is 8. So all of this is equal to what? Get your calculator. 10 pi plus 14 pi is going to give you exactly 24 pi. So 24 pi, or you can just write them as they are on the calculator. Plus 8 equals exactly 83.39. They said to you, round to one decimal place, so 83.4. 83.4 centimeters is the parameter of the shape. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you in another video.